All right, so we're doing a carnitas tonight, and this is episode 1. CWS at home, chef's life with a Puerto Rican wife. And tonight the wine pairing is going to be a carnitas with a Texas wine. The important thing about making carnitas is you got to make it tender. So we are there to go. We are good to go. I've been cooking this for a little bit. The recipe will be in the caption later on, but you just want to cook your pork till it's tender, and this is perfect. Tender and, oh yeah, seasoned well. Beautiful. So I'm now going to take this pork out. We're going to let it cool. Fall off the bone. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. Good stuff. We're going to let that just cool by itself and continue cooking. We're okay with that. Cool thing here, oh yeah, look at that bone coming off there. Alright, so that's it. I'll pull out a few more things, but I am going to let this keep cooking. I'm going to reduce this. I'm actually going to strain this stuff out of here. And I just want to show you a couple of neat things about this. One, I've got some lemon in there. I've got orange in here, and there is it, lime. There's the lime and a lime. Now the key thing here that I want you guys to see is, oh, I just love this stuff. Star Anise right there, man. Good stuff. Puts on such a beautiful flavor for savory food, just like cardamom does. A lot of people don't use cardamom in savory. They really should play around with it though. There's cardamom in here as well. Alrighty, we'll have those recipes in there later, but yep, we'll show you the crispy part later. Alright, part 2. So I did strain everything out. I'll do a final strain in the end here, but right now I'm going to reduce this by half. I did add a cup of Chardonnay in it because I want that sharp wine taste, and it will be beautiful with the orange muscat. It was a dried Chardonnay. So we're going to let this reduce now. I'll get back to you and show you how to finish the sauce for the carnitas. Alright, hang tight. Okay, so y'all saw the beginning of the pork stock, and this is what it's down to now. I'll skim the fat off later, and I'll just probably add a touch more wine. I might even add a touch of the muscat wine we're going to have with this tonight, the skin fermented muscat. And yeah, that'll become a lovely sauce for the carnitas. So from about a gallon to what? 2 cups, cup and a half. Pork is tender now, falling off the bone, as you can see that. We're going to now chop all this up for the carnitas for tonight. Okay, so I'm probably looking for about that size. That'll be a nice. And that's fat right there. And yes, I'll be cooking that as well. That'll be nice and crispy. I said, just some big old nice pieces. Okay, and that's it. We will see you guys tonight when I start frying that up. All right, we're back. Remember now, I said I was going to use the fat. Well, I didn't say it, but I'm going to use the fat. Use the fat from the cooking the pork, and that's why it's yellow, because I had put turmeric inside the recipe. The recipe will be in the description on the video, so you'll be able to see what I put in there. You can always play around with those recipes as well. So I'm heating the oil up. I'm getting that ready. I've got the sauce over here, and I'm going to do pure reduction. I'm going to reduce it down to just about nothing. You could thicken it with a cornstarch slurry or a roux. I'm not. I'm just going to do pure reduction. So you remember how much it was in the beginning. I'm going to reduce it down to over half that. So it'll be a nice little thick sauce. I'm serving peas cooked in butter and onion, and I've got farro with about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and cooking in chicken stock. So farro is a great ancient grain, really good for you. So heating this up right now. I'll get the pork out. We'll start frying carnitas in a second. Looking forward to talking about that wine and having that beautiful skin fermented orange muscat. See you in a bit. Okay, right here, because I had to scrape the hardened fat off the jus over there. It's got a little bit of water in it, so that's just the water leaving the fat. A few little floaties still left in there, but we can just scrape that off. But that'll be good. So that'll stop after a while, after the water cooks out, and it'll just turn into a beautiful hot oil. I wish you could smell this, but you'll be able to when you taste it or when you make it. All right, we are officially frying carnitas. You see they're nice and browning out, beautiful. Turn down just a little bit. They're browning beautifully, and because I've got the fat from what I cooked it in. Now, this thing about carnitas, it does pop, man. So we'll pop a little bit. So yeah, get ready. It is what it is. But yeah, see a nice little brown now. Now that flavor, the fat just smells so good right now. So that flavor is really leaning in on here. That was all the spices that I cooked this in. The turmerics and the garlic and the garam masala, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. It's all in here, man. It's all coming through. So from tender to crispy. We'll get those cooked, and then I will show you the final product. Over and out. Alrighty, there we go. Carnitas all fried up. Last thing we're going to do now is put some salt on it. Not much. That's enough because the sauce has got a nice salt on it. Yeah, we're about to judge the wine, and we'll talk to you guys in a second. Alrighty, hello everybody, and thank you for joining Coloring Wine Specialists channel. Today we're going to be talking about this great Texas wine, and it's the 2020 Skin Fermented Orange Muscat from Newsom Vineyards. Nolan and his family have been growing grapes for 36 years now. They're the best fruit growers in the High Plains, Texas AVA. And you believe it or not, if you do drink Texas wine, there are a lot of wineries that buy their fruit because their fruit is so good. And just like cooking, you know, if a chef is going to pick out the best ingredients for their dish, well, the winemaker wants the same thing. You know, a good winemaker could take bad fruit and make a decent wine, but a good winemaker could take great fruit and make a fantastic wine. And Nolan Newsom and the Newsom Vineyards fruit are the best. So I sought out Nolan because of this wine, and skin fermented wines are something that are new. A lot happening in Georgia, the country, you know, those eastern countries, and Italy, right? Italy's kind of doing them up in Friuli. And everybody, this is my this is episode 1 of Chef Life. Culinary Wine Specialist at Home and Chef's Life with a Puerto Rican Wife. And let's just be clear, my wife is also WC2 Wine. This is Tanya, everybody, and she knows, and she's got a great palate. So we're going to talk about this wine first, and then we're going to see you guys in a second. We're going to plate up our dish, and you'll be able to see all this later. Okay, Tanya, we've had this wine a few times.
Yes, we have.
Yep. What do you think about it? What do you think about the color?
It's definitely deeper than a yellow color.
Yep.
Right?
I would say orange, right? Like orange.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
More orangey, yes.
It's a little cold, orange and apricot, right? I think that's what even Nolan calls it. It's almost like an orange brandy, like it's crazy, man. Like an orange Accords.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not sweet. It smells. What do you think about the smell? It's pretty.
It's pretty.
Floral. What do you get?
You get a little apricot.
Oh, absolutely.
But definitely floral is there.
It's floral, like white flowers, I think. Yeah. Anything else you smell on that? It is a bit cold. Just take a sip. Good. It's dry. It's so the winemaker Nolan, he did approach this like a red wine, and so he approached it with that process, and he fermented the skin till dry, and then he pressed it off. So it was, and then I believe he served it, and he let it mature in inert oak till it came right. But yeah, man, it's got really good skin tannin to it. It's
got a good acidity. It's not so high. It's kind of like a medium.
Yeah, medium
acidity.
Yeah, good. Yep. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good for the carnitas that we did. You know, the carnitas kind of oily, and because of all the spices, I think the floral and kind of tropical flavors of this will do really well with that. Yeah, really good.
Good. Really good.
Yeah, these are really coming around. It's a really sort of the orange wine, as they call it, and you know, I'm going to say this first. Orange wine will be the new rosé. This is coming fast. There's a very I think the millennials are really getting into this. These guys are they buy wine very differently than our generation do. So they're kind of changing the industry. So yeah, they buy good wine, and they just don't buy quantity. They buy quality. And this is becoming really popular with these guys. They want something new. They like to hear the story. So this is by the way, this is a 13.3% alcohol. There's always a variance here. It could be a 13.5, but 13.3 is good enough. So that's a good European level.
Yep.
Yep. So terroir, Texas terroir is that clay, limestone, gist sort of thing. So good minerality as well in here. I really like that. All right, so I think hands down, this is a great bottle of wine. And if you've never had an orange wine, definitely look up the Newsom Vineyards. They are their farm is in the High Plains AVA in Comfort, not Comfort, in Plains, Texas, not Plano, Plains, Texas, and the Newsom winery and tasting room is in Comfort. If you are in and around the Houston area, they've got their wines at Tejas Barbecue, which is great barbecue, and they also got their wines at the used to be the tasting room. Blue Bonnet has now become a bit of a small restaurant itself, a small plate restaurant, and I believe it's called the Blue Bottle tasting room now. So with food, but you can get his wines there. They're really going to push the Texas wine spot a bit. So, yep. All right. Well, we're going to plate up the meal now. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to get what we call the final verdict of the plating of the food. So, this is episode 1, Culinary Wine Specialist at Home. The chef life with a Puerto Rican wife.
Yes, that's right, baby.
Let's plate some food, baby.
Feed me.
All righty, we're going to do some plating. So everything's been warm in the oven. Excuse me. All right, we've got some farro that was cooked in chicken stock. And a lot of coconut oil. Adding coconut oil to your rices and starch helps slow the absorption down, so you don't have a heavy sugar spike. It makes it taste so good. See, the carnitas has been beautifully salted and nice and brown now. So you know that sauce I made? So this is what we cooked the pork in originally. So it went from, what, 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons to this. That is maybe a quarter, maybe half a cup. What I added to it was a little, at the end of it, I added a little bit of tamarind and a smoky hot sauce to it, just for a little bit of smoke flavor. I'm going to drizzle that on the pork like that. I think I need a couple more pieces of my plate. Okay, and this is nice. So this is called a Puerto Rican pique. This is for the farro, or rice. It's got pekins that we grow ourselves. It does have one scorpion pepper in there. It's got garlic, pekin, bay leaf, and stems of cilantro. We're just going to drizzle that on the rice or on the farro because it needs that. Oh yeah, man. Okay, awesome. Right, I'm going to serve my wife here. We're going to be back with final verdict from my lovely Puerto Rican wife. Hold please. All right. We are here for final thoughts. Traditional carnitas with farro and peas, but the carnitas mostly is the main pairing, and we're pairing it off again with the Texas wine. So, baby, final thoughts. Let me know what you taste on the meal, and taste the food, and then taste the wine, and tell me what you think about the pairing. And was it a good? Did I do good?
You always do good, baby. Always. And definitely taste the coconut.
Yeah. Well, they'll be good with that. Good? Right. Let's try the pairing.
Very good.
Cheers to you. Baby, final thoughts.
Cheers.
How's the pairing?
Oh, amazing. I'm about to take a sip of my wine and I'll let you know. I think it's perfect.
Oh, it is.
It literally like just blends in, like it just like immediately goes into your palate and just like, it's amazing.
I love the fruit finish on it. Like it mixes well with the spice, and the way that it's so fruity. It's not sweet. It's just fruity.
It's
fruity
not
and
sweet.
sweet are not the same thing, right? It's fruity.
It's like a medium body, kind of like take a bite of that pork and the spices. It's just like it blends in. It's amazing.
Well, the winemaker said, Spanish paellas and Mexican food's a good one for this, and I think he nailed it. This is right where we are. I mean, I use classic Spanish spices like obviously coriander and cumin, but I tweaked it a little bit and threw some coriander and allspice and cinnamon and nutmeg in it. So yeah, I think it's perfect.
Awesome. Yes.
Well, everybody, we're gonna have our meal together. We're gonna finish this lovely bottle of wine. Thank you.
Yes.
Episode 1.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
CWS at home. You guys have a good night. Cheers.
Yes.